Hey guys, hope you're doing well. My name is Armi and this is going to be my first ever YouTube video in which I'm going to be sharing a fuckload of methods on how you can scale yourself or your model with the exact best setups that you would need for these methods. First up, we are going to be talking about how you can go viral, which is obviously what everyone wants because that is how they are making their money. To be exact, what TikTok is looking at and measuring. Next up is going to be what kind of items, what kind of accessories you would need to be successful on TikTok, how you can set up your accounts, how to grow, how to increase your views, how to increase conversions. And after all of this, we're going to be talking about different ways of scaling it, apart from just have more phones and post more videos, because that's just, in my opinion, kind of bullshit or at least basic advice. So without wasting any more time, let's get right into it. So TikTok is making their money by selling ads to a bunch of companies. Because of that, they want you to keep the eyeballs on the platform itself. Their algorithm is built on these 4 core pillars. First up is going to be the watch time. Next up, shares, comments and saves to be exact, and likes. Watch time is going to be the most important thing because, as I've mentioned you before, they are making money by you being on the platform itself. Next up is going to be the shares. If they are going to share the video with their friends, then they are going to hop on TikTok and then they are making money. Next up is going to be comments. That's going to show that this video itself is engaging to the viewers because they are commenting, then they are starting a conversation there. And likes, they are showing that they like the video itself. It's kind of self-explanatory. So just a couple examples to the watch time and shares, because these are the most important factors. First up is going to be a kind of basic trend that you must have seen already, which is a flash trend where a model just showing off some type of sexy clothes, some bikini or lingerie or anything like that, and they show wearing it for just a split second. The reason behind it is because it's only a split second. The guys do notice that there has been a picture change, but at first glance they might not have just absorbed the content in it, if you could say. We could say it like that. So they are going to rewatch the video again and again to catch that 1 second. It's obviously easier on PC because you can just scroll here, but on phone for the smaller videos you cannot really do it. So this is, I would say, a really good video because of this, and it's a really good trend, but it's kinda overused. Next up is going to be shares. This is a 200 IQ move in the method. This is making all of the guys share the video itself. It has been used a lot of times, but you can at least get some ideas behind these videos, why they are successful. Because you do have to analyze all of these videos, why are these videos successful and why mine isn't. Because most likely you're watching this video because you are either just starting out with TikTok or you are struggling to get views. This was a kind of old trend or this old filter, and they said that if you save this filter, if you save the video or if you share it on Snapchat, then you can delete the filter itself showing their boobies. See? So the guys are going to share it on Snapchat or save the video or comment on any call to action that the video has. The guys believe that with that they can see her boobs. Then comment and likes. We are going to be talking about comment farming later on in the video. You would need these 7 things to start out your TikTok career or your model's TikTok career. First up is going to be some time. It does take a couple of days or a couple of weeks to go viral. It's not like just post one video and boom, you are viral and you're making a fuck ton of money. It's not like that. You do have to learn a lot. It is not a get rich quick scheme. Apart from that, you do have to put in a lot of time just making the videos daily, a couple hours. So it's not just like on Reddit where you only have to make a content, for example, on every Sunday. You make a couple GIFs and that's it. You do have to be making a lot of content on a daily basis. Next up is going to be a good phone. Do not neglect this, because the phone itself is going to be making you the money. For that, just go with, let's say, an iPhone 12 Pro, iPhone 11 Pro, 13 Pro maybe. You can just get a renewed version. As you see on here, it's $500 and that's it. If you have 2-3 phones, you're good to go. You should be printing money. You shouldn't have any issues with the camera itself. I've received numerous messages from guys asking why their model isn't going that well on TikTok. In those cases, the girls had Motorola phones and other shit like that. No wonder why they are not working and why they're not getting the views. Next up is going to be a SIM card. TikTok bases your audience on the SIM card itself. The country is being targeted by the SIM card. So if you have a USA SIM card, you are likely to get USA audience, USA targeting. Or if you have a Spain SIM card, you will get Spain audience. Easy as that. For the SIM cards, don't overcomplicate it. If you want to target USA, go to Amazon.com. For example, this one, simple mobile prepaid, $1. That's it. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't ask me if this SIM card is going to work. It's likely going to. So don't worry about it. Go on here, $1, good to go. Next up, for the lights, I would recommend to just go with a ring light. If you are just starting out, go with a ring light. Usually the bigger the better, and it should hold up to 2, 3, 4 phones. Because if the model is making multiple videos at the same time, it can help them immensely. Next up is going to be video ideas. Here, as a manager, if you're not a model, but if you're a manager, you should be sending the videos to the girls themselves. You don't just ask them, hey, just go on there and copy some videos that you see there. No. As the manager himself, you do have to know which niche she should belong in and all the videos that she should be doing. But we do usually give some kind of freedom to the girls, saying that every day or every second day, they can make any type of video that they want. So they really show their personality. Next up is going to be email accounts. We're going to be talking about it later. You just need it to register the TikTok accounts and the Apple ID itself. And then the SMS, you would need the SMS to register the Apple ID. All right, next up, making the TikTok account itself. For this, you do have to start with resetting the iPhone itself. Don't overcomplicate it. Full total reset. That's it, total reset. Next up, you would have to make an Apple ID. For that Apple ID, you would need a phone number, a phone verification. Here are 3 websites that we have been using for months now. First up is Hushed, smsactivate.org and SMSPVA. All of these sites work wonders. You would need an email account as well, which I'm going to be talking about when registering the TikTok itself. Next up is put the USA SIM card into the phone itself. There are some people who are only using a VPN without a SIM card. I've heard from those people that it's working as well. In my opinion, it's just easier to get a SIM card and you are good to go. It's going to be way faster because VPNs can be slow sometimes and you are guaranteeing that you won't get shadow banned because of a bad IP. Next up, turn off GPS. You just have to turn off the GPS itself. And then the age-old question, should I be using Wi-Fi or mobile data or what should I do? So if you're in the USA or not in the USA, but as in the same country as the SIM card itself, I would highly recommend to activate the SIM card itself and use mobile data. Easy as that. But if you are not in the same country as the SIM card itself, then you don't have to activate the SIM card. You don't have to. That $1 SIM card that I've just shown you is going to be perfect. Don't worry about it. Next up, download TikTok. All right. Register using an email. It doesn't really matter which email you're going to use. It can be Gmail, ProtonMail, Outlook, all of those work. It's not going to make a difference. 2 good tips. First up is going to be iCloud Plus. If you pay for iCloud, it's around $10. You can get unlimited email accounts. It's fairly easy to use. But there is another option, which is going to be Xmarket, accsmarket.com. On there, you can buy a fuck ton of emails for relatively cheap. And to manage these email accounts, I would recommend to use Thunderbird because we have been using that for years now, and it's going to make managing all of these emails way, way, way easier. Kind of controversial topic, but adding a phone number, in my opinion, could help with the trust factor of the account and gaining more traction. Because in that case, TikTok will know that you are a real person because you just given them your phone number. You did not just register with an email. It's not mandatory. Not a lot of people do it. It can be just a good trick or a good thing to just at least try it out. After that, choose a username. The username shouldn't be spammy. It shouldn't have any numbers in it, and it should represent her name or her brand. Because, for example, if someone wants to look her up on TikTok, they should be able to find it. Next up is a PFP. Just use a good quality profile picture. A good tip would be to use a video as a profile picture. It's just going to give some more feeling to the profile itself. Write IG handle into the bio itself. Apart from writing the IG, highly recommended is to write a call to action as well. The call to action could be, there is something magical on my IG, there is something spicy on my IG, there is something, check out my secret Instagram. And all of those could work. Next up is going to be the warm-up period. So the warm-up is controversial as well because everyone is doing it way differently. Me personally, I'm not really doing warm-up. We just make the account, start posting almost right away, 3 to 5 videos a day. So far we have seen good results with it, but there's 2 other warm-up methods that people are using in this community. First up is going to be just training the For You page. What that means is you are active on other OnlyFans models' accounts, just following them, watching their videos, being active, let's say 10, 20, 30 minutes a day. Other method is to just on the first day do 20 drafts and start posting the day after. That can be another method that works as well. I've tried out all of them. All of them worked wonders. Next up, you might ask, okay, Army, but what am I going to post? Don't worry, I got you. So far, I've come to the conclusion that there are 3 types of TikTok accounts. This is what I have seen so far, and these are the groups that I would put them in. The first type of group is just going to be casual girls doing trends. They are just any random girl, have a phone, they just do some kind of trends to gain some traction on OnlyFans. This is what most of the agencies are doing right now. Random model just following trends. Next up is going to be some kind of niche account. It does take a lot more effort to have a niche down model. And the last one, which is my favorite, this is what I would recommend to anyone who has a model that is willing to do content in the public, to just do public videos. Do videos in a supermarket, do videos in the park, or anything in between. So on the trends account, I have seen 3 different type of trend accounts. First up is going to be those creators who made content for a couple of weeks. They have seen what's been working for them and they are just recreating the same exact content on a daily basis. They found, let's say, 3 to 5 good videos and they are just making the same one every single day. This can be a good method because it doesn't take that much preparation after a while, because you already know what to exactly do in these videos, and it's kind of safe as well because you know that they are working. Next up is going to be NSFW trends, and another thing, these creators are usually doing NSFW trends. These trends can get your account banned. It can happen. I'm going to be talking about the content strategy as well. Next up is going to a variety of NSFW trends. In our group, the Red Label TikTok group, we are sharing 5 TikTok videos on a daily basis, which are just random, not safe for work trends that these other girls are doing on a daily basis. Next up is going to be just a variety of normal trends. You could see something like this on the influencer accounts. So like the real million follower verified those accounts because they don't want to risk it and they do want to make a huge brand for themselves. Next up is going to be niche accounts. I would say that there are 3 types of niches. First up is going to be the type of video. What I mean by that is I've seen creators doing, for example, an ASMR themed page. They are doing ASMR content. They are whispering and they act like they are in a sexual position or sexual act. Next up is going to be a theme. For example, soccer mom or Potterhead, or any gamer. I love these creators. I love this method, to be exact, because they target a smaller audience, but that audience is going to bring you a lot of subscribers. Because, for example, if I have a hobby of watching Harry Potter on a daily basis, if I found a girl on TikTok or in any other platform that's a nerd about the same exact topic and they have an OnlyFans, then I will fall in love with her because we share the same exact hobbies. Next one is going to be a body part type of niche down account. For example, they are focusing only on their ass or on their boobs and they make all of the content around that one body part. And I would say public is a different type of content because it's not going to work with most of the creators just because they don't want to do content in public, which I do completely understand. I'm not forcing any model to do public content because I mean, it's their choice. I don't want them to feel bad. But as of right now, I would say those work the best. The three types of public content. First one is going to be giveaways. These giveaways work really, really, really well on YouTube, but on TikTok as well. Just a side note that you can repurpose it to post it as YouTube Shorts. Giveaways are going to look like, for example, you just go to any random dude, you can just tell him, do you want a mystery gift or a 12-month subscription to my OF? Next one is going to be skits. I would say this is the most common one with the public content. They are doing some sexual acts and some kind of funny videos. And the last one is going to be just doing the trends in public. The same exact NSFW trends in public, which can add some spice to the content itself, but you don't have to be that creative as in the skits type of videos. Just a little brief about doing TikTok Live. Once you've achieved 1,000 followers on TikTok, you can start a live session or you can start live videos. The strategy for TikTok Live is to not do it on the main account. If you have a main account, don't do it on it because it is going to put the account in a much, much, much higher risk of getting it banned. The strategy for it is to just go daily 30 minutes, 1 hour of doing TikTok Live. And before you go live, post a couple videos because it will, these videos will pop on the For You page. And whenever they watch the video, they will see the little live button there in your profile. Couple methods for TikTok Live itself, or just what to do on a TikTok Live. First up is going to be a green screen filter. You can just put your model in a sleeping position using this green screen filter. I would say that's a hit or miss. With some of our creators, it has been working. With others, it did not. It's kind of hit or miss. You can fuck around with it. Next up is going to be watching a movie. Literally start the live and watch a movie. Easy as that. Next up is going to be a bikini haul. Show off a lot of bikinis. Show off a lot of new clothes. Or you can spice it up by saying, if we receive, let's say 1,000 views or 1,000 likes or anything like that, then I will drop my top off on my Instagram. But on Instagram, they will see the OnlyFans, and on OnlyFans, they will obviously subscribe. Next up is going to be rating profiles. You just ask the guys to comment as much as they can. You watch their profile and you just give them a rating. Easy as that. And people, for some reason, are so lifeless that they care about what a random girl thinks about their TikTok profile for some reason, but it works, at least for us. For the whiteboard method or whiteboard tactic is you just have a huge whiteboard behind you and you just write down your recent subscribers on your OnlyFans page. They can be fake as well. So thank you, Robertson22, for subscribing to my secret page. What secret page? You can check out my Instagram for that. They check the Instagram, there is one story, and on the story they see, here's my secret page. They go to OnlyFans, subscribe, money, easy. Okay, you have all of these strands. You picked one of, for example, doing variety of NSFW trends. You start posting, as mentioned here, 3 to 5 videos for a couple of days. If you don't get views over 50, so like 0 to 50 views consistently on all of your videos, then the account is likely shadow banned. In that case, there are, I would say, 4 different causes for a shadow ban. First up is going to be an overused IP. TikTok has basically blacklisted the IP address itself. In that case, reset the router or just use mobile data and make a new account. TikTok can blacklist a SIM card as well. For example, if you have made 200 TikTok accounts using one SIM card, it's likely to get blacklisted. In that case, just get a new SIM card. That is why I would recommend to just buy a bulk of SIM cards, for example, 10, 20, 30 SIM cards at once, so you have a constant supply of them. Or in this case as well, or if you just get a new model. So you don't have to wait a couple of weeks to just get a SIM cards. Next up is going to be a overused phone. We have seen a couple instances where we just couldn't get any accounts live. In that case, you just bought a new phone and boom, you're good to go. Or you're just unlucky. For some reason, in the last 1 or 2 months, we have seen on numerous accounts just getting banned on the first try. For some reason, getting shadow banned. If you don't have a huge account on the phone itself, then the easiest to do is to just restart the whole process, to just reset the phone itself. If you're getting over 50, 100 views consistently in all of the videos, then there are 2 other things to focus on. First is going to be increasing views, which should be the first step to just get more and more and more views. And when you are getting 10, 20, 30k views, then still increasing the views and then increasing the conversion itself. So first up is going to be increasing views. The first method or first tactic is to just recreate all the already successful videos because they were working, you got a fuckload of views on them, just recreate them. Easy as that. Next up is going to be replying to comments. It is going to make the user experience better because the guys believe if they are going to comment, then you are going to make a specialized reply video to them. The question I get when I tell the guys to just make a reply comment is what should they do in the reply comment or the reply video? The first step is going to be just making a reply to that comment. Or the second is to just post a random video that you would already post on that day. The third is, which we are getting a lot of comments, especially with these flashing trends that the guys are asking for different colored panties, different colored lingerie or anything like that. For example, the video that you just post gets 100k views. You made the video or the model made the video in yellow lingerie. There is going to be 100% guaranteed guys asking for, let's say, black or red, and you just make the same exact video, make it as a reply and wear that color. That would make all of the other guys comment as well, asking for their favorite one. Next up is going to be show some nipple or show some cleavage. There are some accounts which are only focusing on showing cleavage and that's their marketing. So like that is what they do. But with the show nipple, it can be used relatively easily. It's not that offensive for the models because if you just tell them that you had to just show your cleavage, it can get kind of frustrating for them. The models don't really like that. But with the show nipple, all you have to do, or all the model has to do to just not wear a bra and maybe take a cold shower before taking a video. Next up is going to be collabs. Just collab with other creators than you are. First, the video is going to be more interesting because you have more girls, more boobs, more ass, more everything. And the second is you're just going to be posting the same exact video, both of you, and you are just getting each other followers. Next up is going to be get a better gear or get better phone. If you're using a 13 Pro Max or 14 Pro Max, then it's not really applicable to you. But if you have an old Motorola, then just get better gear. Next up is going to be better lights. Instead of just a regular ring light, you can, for example, order a softbox, which is way better quality than any other ring light. And just apart from this, have a really good setup. Next up is going to be making a new account. In this case, we usually recommend it if the account is fairly new. If you're already getting a fuckload of views, then making a new account doesn't really make any sense. But if the account is only getting a couple hundred or a couple of thousand views, then it might be worth making a new account after 1, 2, 3 weeks of posting. Just make a new account, that's it. Comment baiting, where you comment, for example, any type of question. One of the best questions or the easiest questions to pull off is comment down your battery percentage. You just comment this line into your own video, pin it, and the guys are going to reply, I'm at 65% or 69, ha ha ha. That's going to help you in the eyes of the algorithm itself. Next up is having a blue tick. It's easier said than done. It does cost a lot of money. There are some good vendors out there, but most of them are private. Because of that, it's not really applicable for most of you guys who are watching this, but there might be a couple of whales or a couple of big guys which might opt for just getting a verified account. Next up is going to be an aesthetic background. For that, RGB lights or some plushies or an OnlyFans light or anything like that. Next up is going to be use filters and makeup. After a couple of weeks of working together with a model, usually they going to treat it like a chore. It's not like a work or not like anything creative, but like they have to do XYZ. They have to do this video on a daily basis. And usually in those cases, they don't really put that much makeup. They don't focus that much on their appearance. That is why I would recommend to just make sure that the girls are using makeup, using some kind of filters. It's not because the girls are not looking great, but because the other girls are using it and they are beautifying themselves in a way, you do have to keep it up. You do have to keep up. Next up is going to be increasing the conversion. You can be getting 50 million views on every single video, but if they are Tibetan 65-year-old females watching the video, then it did not really worth anything. So a couple of tips on how you can increase your conversion, or how we are increasing our conversion. First up is going to be decluttering the link tree. At first, on all of our accounts, when we started out this OnlyFans marketing, we just checked out the biggest creators and they have, let's say, 100 links or just 10, 20, 30, 50 links on their link tree. We copied it one-on-one because we thought that that's going to be converting the best. It's not true, because then the guys have multiple options of watching your content. For example, if they're coming from TikTok, then they're going to, instead of checking your OnlyFans out, then they're going to check out your Reddit, your Twitter, your YouTube or any other page instead of the OnlyFans, because they know on Twitter and on Reddit, most of the girls are posting NSFW content. Next up is going to be having a bigger discount. What I've seen so far is TikTok traffic can bring you a fuck ton of subscribers relatively quickly, but they are not the best quality. Because of this, whenever or on that one account, our main traffic source is TikTok, we have the price of that account between $3 to $5 with a 70 to 80% discount. Make sure to have a huge discount on the page itself because of two reasons. First, it's going to increase the conversion itself. If it's only $5, then it's not going to increase, then it's going to have a shitty conversion instead of 90% off, now $5. It sounds way, way better. And believe me, it does help with the conversion itself. And if you are talking about discounts already, you can, as another call to action or another bonus, you can say that the next 4 subscribers will get a free dick rating or will get a free video or something spicy. Next up is going to be writing the Instagram handle into the name itself, into the TikTok name. There are 2 different types of names on TikTok. First one is the username and the second one is just the regular name. The regular name is shown when a person watches the video itself. So if you just open TikTok, you just scroll, you will see the name itself, not the username, not the TikTok handle, but just a name. And there you can write Instagram at something. That could increase the conversion because in that case, the guys don't have to go to the main account to know your Instagram. They just have it in front of them. Next up is going to be using TikTok stories. The main reasoning behind using TikTok stories is whenever they see a TikTok video, if the person has a TikTok story, there will be a blue circle around the profile itself. That's going to make the account more interesting because not a lot of people are using TikTok stories actually. So then they're going to click on that. They're watching more of your content. There is more higher chance of them liking it and then going to the main page, Instagram, then to OnlyFans. Next up is going to be a custom landing page, which is a general rule in this OnlyFans if you are going to be funneling them to have a custom landing page. On the custom landing page, there is a little black hat tactic that we usually use for most of these for these sites, which is going to be getting that person's IP address and then getting which city they are from or which city they are at right now, and then saying, if you are nearby XYZ city, then message me on OnlyFans. Then I want to shoot content with you. Then hit me up or anything like that. You can find these website makers on Fiverr or any other site. Next up is going to be to actually check analytics. In TikTok analytics, you can find which people are watching your videos. If you see that the targeting is totally wrong, for example, instead of USA, you are targeting Colombia or Mexico, which is a common occurrence, there are two ways of fixing it. First up is going to be running TikTok ads. What that does is you basically teach TikTok that this is the audience that I want. That is why you're running the ads to that targeted audience. Next up is going to be interacting with similar creators that would basically teach TikTok algorithm to have the same audience as those creators that you follow, which is basically the exact same stuff as here in training the For You page itself. Next up is going to be changing the call to action on profile. I've seen numerous accounts just have spicy creator message me on Instagram, which is boring, bullshit. No one is going to fall for that, or way less people are going to fall for that. Just change the call to action to something better. Have better Instagram. What I mean by that is have more professional photos, be more active, have 3 to 5 stories every single day on the Instagram, have highlights, post up these professional video photos on a day or at least a weekly basis, have a couple of thousand followers on the account, actually follow 100 or 200 accounts so the account really looks real, and then these kind of stuff to just make the Instagram better. So it's going to, for those guys who already go to your Instagram, are going to convert way more. Next up is going to be to pin the IG in the comments. What I mean by that is you comment your IG handle into your TikTok videos comments. You just comment it, pin it, and whenever a guy goes to the comments itself, they see my secret IG at something, something, something. I would say these are the main things. These are the main methods and the basic stuff that you would need for TikTok. Those guys who are already bringing in 10, 20, 30, 50K per month using only TikTok, most of you already know this. This is when the fun part starts for you guys who are already making a fuck ton of money. I'm going to be giving you the exact framework that we are using or have been using for the last couple of months. These are multiple ways of scaling your TikTok operation. First up is going to be a really basic setup that most of you guys are using right now. One girl, multiple phones, multiple TikTok accounts, funneling to one main Instagram. That is the basic setup that almost everyone is using for TikTok right now. I usually put a little spin to everything, so I'm not just targeting USA. If you think about it, since everyone is targeting USA, then it's way more saturated than, for example, France, Germany, UK, Canada, Australia, or any other country which has money, so they're tier 1 countries, or Monaco, for example. No one is targeting Monaco. Like, why not? They have money still. Because of that, we usually send the girls SIM cards from different countries. This is the basic method that almost everyone is using. Next up is going to be how to re-upload content to just more content out, more eyeballs, more money. This is where repurposing comes to play. This is what they usually talk about when they mention repurposing or cleaning metadata. You must have heard cleaning metadata in these groups, but almost no one has mentioned at least multiple methods so far. For this re-uploading content, we use a separate person. It is not being done by the model herself, but by an employee. By the employee, I mean someone who you trust, because you do have to hand over multiple phones to that one person. So it shouldn't be some random guy that you found on Fiverr or onlinejobs.ph or anything like that. Method for that is just go on Snaptic. On Snaptic, you can download any videos without a watermark. Then you do have to clean the metadata. I've brought you 6 methods on cleaning the metadata. First up is going to be an iPad method. It is going to be the easiest method, and almost I haven't seen anyone using it, but it's so fucking easy to do, which is you have an iPad or just any other screen, you get your phone and record it. Easy as that. You do have to make sure that it still looks good quality, but in most cases you can get away with it. Next up is going to be a green screen TikTok filter. There are multiple TikTok filters which lets you put a video into the background. You can just use that, put the video into the filter itself, hit record, that's it. Next up is going to be the screen record the video itself. You can just go to your gallery, hit the screen record the video itself, maybe trim it a little bit, cut down some corners, make it a little bit smaller, the video itself, or make it a little bit shorter or anything like that. Next up is going to be a Telegram bot called ClickLead Media Bot. It's going to clean the metadata. So far it has been working good. Next up is going to be a little bit more complicated, but it basically does the same thing. First up is you do have to rename the file itself. Next, delete the metadata with patch purifier. Next, change the time of videos with active data changer. And the next one is going to be change MD5 with MD5 hash changer. Damn. This is the hardest method, but that has been working the most consistently. And the last one is just going to edit the video in CapCut. There are multiple filters in it. Just go into CapCut, either use a filter or just edit the videos. For example, as I've mentioned in the screen record the video part, cut down a couple milliseconds, add a little filter to it, rotate the video or mirror the video, and you should be good to go. And that person is going to be re-uploading these videos to multiple other accounts. In our case, we do target, for example, Canada, Switzerland, and another USA account, another USA audience. And then these guys are going to the main Instagram. Next up is going to be slave Instagram accounts. For that, we are growing these accounts in two separate ways. First up is going to be to just post these TikTok videos as reels. Instagram does take way more time to go viral, around 1 or 2 months. That is what we have seen, at least with the same exact videos that we are getting viral on TikTok. They are not getting viral on Instagram right away. They do need a lot of time. An additional way that we are growing these accounts, apart from the reels, is by having an automation. In our agency, we do have a custom Instagram bot, which I unfortunately cannot share with the community. But here is one other good tool that I've used before, and it was working perfectly. This is called Sharing Tools. This tool deserves its own video. So because of that, I'm not going to be talking about it in great detail. But the other way that we are increasing the views on these reels and growing these accounts is by having an automation, just like as I've just shown you. With this automation, we are usually doing mass commenting, mass DMing, and mass story view. Story view has been working the best so far, and story liking. Next up is going to be a actress compilation TikTok channel. Let me just show you the OGs of this, which is Closer Look. Shout out to them. They have shown me this method that they are running, and it is fucking absolutely beautiful. And we've been doing this for a couple of weeks now, and I've seen good success with it. As you can see, their tactic is here to just make a bunch of compilation videos. Let me just, for example, click on this one. Top Asian actresses on the web, and they are just showing either random models or their models, because that is the main method. They just have these huge accounts. It is going to create some curiosity about the topic. For example, here, top Asian actresses. If you're attracted to Asians, then you are going to be watching the video. The first 1 or 2 models are going to be more well known, so you already know those models. And the other one, which is going to be the odd one out, is going to be your model. And they're going to be looking it up, or just have it in the comment section or in the bio or in the caption. For this, you can just hire a VA or just hire the same exact person which is doing this task, make the videos, multiple countries, and then these TikToks, and in these TikTok videos, you would be funneling them to the main TikTok accounts. Next up is going to be YouTube. On YouTube, there are 2 main methods. The first one is going to be some similar TikTok compilation videos. For example, this one, 3K views, 7K, 2K, 2K, but there will be some videos with, for example, 40K views, 25K views, 30K views. And so for YouTube, subscribers have been quite decent spenders. The method here is, for example, you show 10 different models, and for all 9, which are not yours, you will make sure to upload a video without the watermark, but with yours, you are going to be showing the watermark. For example, in here, you don't see any watermark, But for example, in the first girl, you do see a watermark. And if they see the watermark, they will go to the main page. And from there, they're going to follow, they're going to the OnlyFans page itself. Next up is to just repurpose it and use it as shorts. There has been quite decent views, couple of thousand here and there. The good thing about it is, although it's not likely to get millions of views, because it's way harder on YouTube to get millions of views as on shorts, but it's still a free traffic. All you have to do is just download the video and re-upload it. Easy as that. Next up is going to be one of my favorite methods, which is going to be post for nudes. What that means is you have one person or yourself or just a VA who is going to be downloading the main TikTok account's videos and then just cleaning metadata with the same exact methods that you have here. This person is going to be sending these videos to Sims, which are not willing to pay for content. And these Sims are going to be uploading the TikToks on their accounts or on their phones in exchange of photos and videos. For this, you can either do it yourself or have an automation like we do, which is not, unfortunately, it is not public right now. But you can just hire some kind of VA, get a bunch of their emails or Telegram accounts of these Sims. The VA is going to be sending these Sims on a daily basis the videos that they have to upload, and it's kind of almost free traffic. Next up is going to be reaction videos. So far, I haven't seen anyone doing anything similar to this. So the method here is, let me just, here, for example, this account is just a similar Aiden Ross compilation TikTok channel in which they just share a fuckload of videos of Aiden Ross reacting to something. These videos are really easy to fake because all you need is just any kind of streamer or any popular person to be reacting one video. You just cut down their part, you put your video here, and it would act like that you posted that video and Aiden Ross reacted, for example, with this. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's so cool and everything. This is going to be huge because I'm sharing this video right now. It might get oversaturated, but I mean, I don't really give a fuck. For this, I would definitely recommend to have a separate account or separate accounts, because on the main account, then it could look kind of fake, but still, it's a really good method to use. Next up is going to be growing live accounts. It's more of a Blackhat method or just a really smart way of growing accounts to 1K followers. I'm getting a lot of questions about how I can grow my accounts to 1K the fastest possible, because there are a lot of agencies which are doing really well on TikTok Live. So far, the best method for that is to just use other people's content, which are getting millions and millions of views. For example, go to any large TikTok creator, which has received, for example, 5 million views, repurpose their content, upload it to slave accounts or to just these TikTok accounts, grow it to 1K, delete all of the videos, boom, you have multiple accounts at 1K followers. You shouldn't be buying followers because most of them are just bot accounts and those bot accounts are not active. TikTok is going to be showing your videos to your followers. Because of that, if you have a lot of bot followers, then there is not going to be any views on your lives. And the quote-unquote secret funnel that we are using in our agency is, instead of funneling all of the traffic to Instagram, we funnel some to Telegram. The logic behind it is, or the idea behind it is, you have an army of Sims in a Telegram group. On Telegram, they are receiving the notification. You can manage thousands of people there. You do have a channel where you're going to be, or where we are at least posting on a daily basis, some updates or some cute videos or some teasing content. And then if these guys are active and they're watching the group on a daily basis, you can just ask them to do whatever you want. What I mean by that is, for example, you just launch a new TikTok account. You can just tell them, hey guys, this is my new TikTok account, make sure to follow it. And if you have, let's say, just 1,000 guys, then those 1,000 guys are going to follow that account and boom, you can already go live. And then text those guys that, yeah, hey guys, I'm live right now. And those 1,000 guys are immediately going to be there. It's not that possible to do on OnlyFans because you can get your account banned if you start promoting your TikTok or any other platform of yours. I believe I went through almost everything that is needed for for TikTok, because these are, I would say, 90% of what we are doing in our agency. There are a couple other stuff as well, but these are what has been working the best for us. Just one other thing that I might have forgot is to just have at least 1 or 2 main accounts. Because if you're doing a lot of NSFW trends, as in here, these trends can get your account banned fairly quickly if you're not careful with it and if you're getting a lot of views. For example, it's really hard to get some really sexual video over a couple million views. So like it's really hard to get 10 million views because they're usually going to get taken down. Because of that, you could expect a lot of TikTok account bans. It's natural, don't worry about it. But because of this reason, I would recommend to all of the agencies starting out to just have 1 or 2 main accounts which are not posting that sexual content, and with other slave accounts you can go for that as well, so you're not going to be that sad when those accounts are getting banned. Guys, I believe I went through almost everything that is needed to be successful on TikTok. I mean, there is, I would say, almost nothing else, but still, if you have any other questions, make sure to comment, because my inbox is already full on Telegram, so like you're not really getting an answer there. So just make sure to comment if you have any question, if you have any questions regarding where to hire people or what kind of ring light you should buy or anything like that. Make sure to just comment down below. If you liked it, please share it with your other agency friends, because that is the only way that you can help me out right now, because that is the only thing that I'm asking you, to just share it with your friends, share it with your other agency owners who you might think could get some information out of this. And I hope you enjoyed it, and looking forward to the next video, guys. Cheers.